Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another podcast from Overbyte Gaming. This is take two. Just to be completely transparent, my PC's decided to delete the entirety of our last podcast. So
that's not quite the case, is it? Some idiot put it on a drive with no space on.
Well, I didn't think that a podcast of just recording our voices would take up to 4 gig, and apparently I had less than that available. Meaning that it didn't compile and finish and render that particular clip. And we lost about an hour's worth of drinking beer and talking shit. But it was a fucking amazing podcast, wasn't it, Lee?
Oh, it was our best ever, I think you'll find.
Yes, it was. So you're not going to get to hear that.
So we're going again.
So we're going to have to act like we don't know any of these points that we're going to be talking about now. Isn't that lovely?
Okay, so what would you like to talk about first again, Snare?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we've not had this discussion before. So, well, basically, we were going to talk about what we did talk about the last year on the channel and what we're looking forward to in the next year and what's going on and all kinds of TV series and games and diatribe about everything else that's going on in the gaming world and other things.
And I came across the meaning of life, but you won't get to hear it.
And the key to world peace as well, I think, was in there. So fuck that. We've just ended up losing everything and going to have to start again. So welcome to the second video of the year from Overbyte Gaming, in which we are going to be talking about the Steam Awards, aren't we, Lee?
Well, isn't it the third? Didn't I release one on New Year's Day?
That's what I mean. New Year's Day was like 3 days ago.
Yes.
So it's the second.
Not, well, technically it's the third, since we just did one.
Well, but no one's ever going to see that because it was just so good we couldn't release it to the public.
I know. It was awesome. There was boobs and everything.
Yeah, so Lee's been very kind as my guest here to redo a podcast. So this is like the refined version of Overbyte Gaming podcast, don't you know?
Yes, we had conclusive proof that the Stadia sucked poo as well.
Did we? I didn't think that was something we had to prove.
Apparently we do.
Well, apparently you do. I mean, you get into internet fights with people all the time about it.
I don't get in fights. I just egg them on. And they can use up their life, and I'm just like, yeah, come on, mate.
Yeah, you did do that, so yes, that is a thing. But yeah, we've had a couple of videos in the last year that have actually had quite a bit of hate towards them. One of my badly researched Warframe videos, which I had to do an apology for because I felt the need to. And also our Stadia is a bit shit video. Everyone fucking, the White Knights jumped out on that one, didn't they?
Yes, but luckily I'm the Black Knight.
Well, I think we were coming across with a very strong argument based on our opinions of everything we'd seen and read about Stadia, and people just couldn't take it, saying that we got it all wrong and we hadn't done enough research. And it's like, this is an opinion piece. This is what we think. We didn't say at any point we're reviewing it.
Indeed, we didn't. And they come out there with their sunk cost fallacies and what have you, and wonderful. We'll see who's laughing next year, motherfuckers.
Exactly. If it's still around next year.
That's what I mean.
But so obviously the big thing we did talk about for half the podcast was the Steam Awards.
The Steam Awards, yes.
And bearing in mind that last year, if I may just interject, that a record $120 billion was earned by games and interactive media last year in 2019. So this is almost an important awards to be focusing on. But on
and almost 75 of that was from FIFA Ultimate Team.
And just all the microtransactions, but also in the same respect and the same breath, there's a lot of games that aren't actually out on Steam that should be, in terms of access. If you can do an awards thing, Steam Awards is kind of focused on games that haven't been sold to Epic. So there's that.
Yeah, indeed. If it's not on Steam, they obviously are going to have it up for nomination, which is a shame because there are some good games on Epic. I I mean, I've been doing well from Epic because they just keep giving me £10 vouchers like it's going out of fashion, which is, highly appreciated. I've bought some games with those. But I still don't understand the whole sort of buying your exclusivity. It just sucks.
It sucks, but it seems to be working for them at the moment. So I don't know what their long-term goals are, but certainly they're taking over.
Well, it works for them to some degree, but I mean, it also makes me hate them. But then they keep giving me £10 coupons, so that works better than getting me on board.
And free games, to be honest. You can start refilling your Steam library quite easily at the moment.
Oh, I've got a huge Epic library, and most of them I haven't paid money for.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Yeah, me too. I've probably got about 20 games on Epic, but they're all the free ones, apart from a couple I bought. So anyway, Steam Awards.
Awards. So let us do the first category, which is Outstanding Visual Style. These devs are the Willy Wonka of eye candy. Visual style doesn't aspire to real-world graphical fidelity, although a noble goal in itself. It describes a distinct look and feel that suffuses an entire game. This game displays visual cohesion and expression that not only fit the game's world, but make our world look paltry by comparison. Nominees are Gris, Total War 3 Kingdoms, Astroneer, Katana Zero, and Subnautica Below Zero. Zeros are very popular this year.
This is going to be hard to kind of like fake because we've been through these once already, haven't we, Lee?
So should I just say who won then?
Yeah, let's just say who won.
I'll just say who won. The winner was Gris.
You went Rick Mail then.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gris won. It's a game I haven't actually played a lot of, but it probably is deserving of the title, to be fair.
Yeah, I've not played. I've played 2 of the 3, but I haven't played the Below Zero Subnautica thing, just the bog standard one. I don't know if that's DLC or what have you.
No, it's definitely worth it.
Okay, moving along. Best game you suck at. Games have a way of pushing us past any limits we thought we had. Like a montage sequence, we put in work, training our fingers to be quick and nimble, mastering timing and placement over weeks and weeks. At the end of the gauntlet, we're rewarded with profound beauty and a deep sense of personal growth. Unless you hold your monitor through a plate glass window on the first day.
Well, I know the winner to this one without giving the short list. It is Mortal Kombat 11.
Yes, the other nominees were Mortal, Code Vein, Hunt, and Remnant from the Ashes.
So Mortal Kombat 11, it was a good effort, and a lot of people did like it. A lot of people didn't like it. It was kind of a positive mixed review, I think, is the best way to call it.
Well, I think some of the blowback was them resetting the universe, basically.
Yeah, it was kind of a cheap way to get everyone's favourite characters back, really, wasn't it?
Okay, then moving along. Outstanding story-rich game. Some days only a narrative-heavy game will the spot, and this one packs a wallop. It's as gripping as any soap opera. Would you stop vaping during my announcements?
But it's fun.
It's as gripping as any soap opera and as well-tuned as a prestige TV screenplay. Bravissimo for making us feel things. You want to tell them what it is before I do the nominees? Because
to be honest, I can't remember on this one. What is it?
The nominees are Plato Innocence, Disco's Elysium, Far Cry New Dawn, Gears 5, Greed.
You cut out the end. Something.
Greedfall.
Oh. Disco Elysium.
No, it's a Plague Tale Innocence.
Oh, okay. It is a good game, though. I mean, I've got that game.
Yeah, I have Gears 5 and Greedfall. Haven't played much of Greedfall and Gears 5. I probably wouldn't put in for this. It's a good game. Not sure. It's a story-rich game. Moving on. Most innovative gameplay. This game is at the front lines of experimentation, pushing the boundaries of the medium with exciting, novel interactions, brain-breaking surprises. This game thinks outside the box and pulls you out with it. Nominees are Baba Is You, Slay the Spire, My Friend Pedro, Oxygen Not Included, and Planet Zoo.
Yeah, you cut out there, so you're probably still making the noise.
I'm still making the noise.
Yeah. But it was Pedro. My friend Pedro, fantastic mechanic of like time-based shooter, 2D platform, 2.5D platformer thing. Fantastic. Lots of acrobatics, lots of shooting, and great fun. Great fun.
And bananas.
And your friend is a banana, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so next award, Better with Friends. There are some games out there that just aren't the same when you play by yourself. Maybe you need to have a friend to watch your back. Maybe you need to have a friend that you can stab in their back. Either way, mirth is awaiting for those who gather with friends to play these games. I don't have friends, but okay.
This is why you didn't play it. It's DayZ.
It is DayZ. The other nominations were for Risk of Rain 2, Dota Underlords, Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, and Ring of Elysium. None of which I have played apart from Age of Empires 2, but that was back in the 90s.
Yes, it's a funny old world at the moment. A lot of things are being revamped, remastered, remade, and stuff like that. It's good to see. I mean, there was a story just recently about a game that's thought to be lost for about 25 years. The actual guy who wrote it found it on Twitch. Someone actually streaming it.
Wasn't Polybius, was it?
No, that's a myth. No, this was I can't remember what the game was, but it's some like really, really old, like Spectrum Commodore 64 type title. Really old.
I had that. It's not that old.
It is, mate. We are 40. Well, I'm about to turn 40.
And I'm about to turn 41.
Old man.
Yes, absolutely. All of me is broken. Okay, next up, Labor of Love.
Oh,
This game has been out for a while. The team is well past the first unveiling of their creative baby, but being the good parents they are, these devs continue to nurture and support their creation. This game, to this day, is still getting new content after all these years.
And it's a travesty that this didn't win. Warframe did not win this.
Nominations are Warframe Empire Yan, Rainbow Six Siege.
Empyrean.
It's a made-up word. I can pronounce it however I fucking want.
It's not a made-up word.
What does it mean then?
It's a DLC type thing for Warframe.
Yeah, made-up word. There you go. CSGO Operation Shattered Web, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Dota 2.
Fucking GTA 5 winning it. I just don't understand.
Well, they got that casino where you could bet money.
But I guess it's the fact that as an online, it's probably one of the most successful franchises of all time, isn't it?
Only because you can buy in-game currency.
But there is that. But what I mean is that there's a severe, strong base of people that will play that till the cows come home.
Yeah, I tried it. Turned on my my non-attack mode, if you like, so other players shouldn't attack me. Still got shot. Fuck it.
Might have been a hacker.
No, I think what it does is it doesn't actually stop them killing you. It just penalizes them if they do it.
Well, that's just pointless. There's trolls everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, VR game of the year.
This was a valid one.
Yes, it's not the Gentleman's Club one.
No,
which has just come out today for £20 on Steam.
Have fun.
And I may be purchasing. When it comes to breaking new ground in games, there is no greater pace of advancement than in VR. We had our way, all VR devs will get an award for building the future of immersive games and experiences unparalleled by any other medium. But since there's only one trophy, it's up to you, Steam Award Selection Committee member, to crown just one as the best of 2019. Nah, almost said 99 for some reason. Nominations are Beat Saber,
Boom,
Blade Sorcery, Gorn, Borderlands 2 VR, and Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted.
Help Wanted with a dying franchise. Budum. No, this is Beat Saber. Beat Saber is possibly the best VR game ever made. That I still have to bite the bullet, get hold of, and make room in my space here to play it.
Yes, I think we're actually discounting the Gentleman's Club from that.
Oh, mate, you're gonna be lost to that. Absolutely lost to it.
You'll just find me in 3 weeks, just dehydrated mess with a VR helmet strapped to my face. He's like, yeah, my hands curled because that's the position they've been in for several weeks.
There's I did see something with VR headsets. They've got you can get prescription lenses put in some of the new ones.
Oh, fuck me, that's awesome. Because like I have so much trouble with my fucking glasses on Oculus.
Yeah, I think there's you can either get the lenses done to prescription, or there's an insert type thing that so you can wear your glasses comfortably on it. I can't remember how it works, but I do remember something about that.
Because I literally have to put my glasses into the headset and then pour on the whole mess over my head. It's a nightmare.
Well, it's your own fault for having defective eyeballs.
Well, Mum was right. I should have stopped that. Or I went blind.
I don't think there's any actual link between that and going blind.
I wear glasses.
Yeah, that's because you spend too much time in front of a PC screen, which everyone does now.
Yeah, I do. That's kind of linked to the problem.
Oh dear. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, the final category is the game of the year. Maybe it was immersive gameplay, or its gripping story, its well-crafted characters, immaculate design, or addictive multiplayer. Whatever the reason, the winner of 2019's Game of the Year award is an instant classic. The nominations are Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order,
Get the fuck out.
Destiny 2, and Devil May Cry 5.
Two of those should not even be on the list. This is kind of my problem with this Steam Awards, is that the shortlists are arbitrary. It doesn't really make much sense. But to have Jedi Fallen Order on there and Destiny 2 as games of the year, can get the fuck out.
I would say Jedi Fallen Order is deservedly having a place on it.
No, it's meh. It's meh. It's meh. We've had this discussion, but it's meh.
Well, we had this discussion, but then you didn't record it, so we'll have it. It's not meh.
No, that's a lie. I did record it. It just didn't save. But yeah, I think Sekiro is the winner.
You are right. That was not my vote, though. My vote went to Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, I think Sekiro is probably a worthy winner of Game of the Year. You need something with a bit more depth and a bit more kind of challenge with Game of the Year. Something that's either captures an imagination or captures a movement, has a phenomenon, associated with it. And I think it's a valid winner. I don't think that Fallen Order could prescribe to that. It's just a fucking Star Wars game.
Yeah, but it's the first good Star Wars game in some considerable amount of time.
Yeah, but it's...
In fact, one could argue it's the first good piece of Star Wars media in some considerable...
Yeah. I love the way that cut you out quite nicely, because it was a silly point to make. I don't think it's... I think Sekiro is probably the only game that could have won out that shortlist, if I'm honest.
No, I disagree. Resident Evil 4...
4. That definitely didn't win.
No, Resident Evil 2 has already topped some Game of the Year lists, so it could well have won here.
No, that's fine. I think that was the only contender worthy of looking at.
Well, you haven't played Devil May Cry 5, which is also an excellent game.
True, that is an excellent game. From review scores, I haven't played it myself, but I don't know if a sequel like that could be a Game of the Year.
But I mean, if you just look at Capcom's got 2 games in there. You got EA and Bungie, and I don't know who did Sekiro. Activision. Oh God.
Was it?
Well, From Software did it. Activision published it.
Okay. Yeah, From Software, they're always going to win Game of the Years, aren't they?
Well, they have like such a rabid fan base that just love that get good type gameplay. Not you, but other people.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. No. I don't see the elitist part of it. It's just an overhyped kind of mentality to have. But no, I think it's a valid winner, so I'll just leave it there instead of rambling on.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, because like when you do like kill that boss that you've died to dozens of times, and you fucking work out his patterns and get better at it, and finally get him. It's a bit of a rush to have beaten them. So I absolutely get where they're coming from. It's just I can't. I'm just not physically sturdy enough to do that over and over again.
Well, it's not just that, but the point is that I always maintain that games should be fun. So if that's how you get your kicks, great. But you know, you're alienating me from that experience because you can only have it on this ridiculously hard level or hard way of playing. So Sekiro is probably no different, and if it ever comes down in price, I might give it a look, but it's not going to be a game I enjoy.
You never know. He looks all samurai type guy. You know, you like samurai type guys.
The only samurai game, or two samurai games I've ever liked, was First Samurai on the Amiga, great game.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one was on the PS1. Fuck me, what was it called?
Bushido Blade?
Might be. It's the one where you can kill someone in one hit.
Could be. Not sure. Because I bought it from when you were coming around one time.
It was a beautifully simple game. It was a sword fighting beat 'em up style game, and you could take someone apart, like from actually combat in the sword. You cut their arm, cut their foot, and stuff. So you could make them only stand on one knee, or like only fight with one arm, or you could just kill them. But it would be like one hit, and they would be dead. Like
Deadliest Warrior?
No, I think it was Bushido Blade. It was on the PS1. And maybe if we should do a little let's play of that if we can get our hands some way of doing it, because it's a real hit back to the past, and it was just so much fun. Because you could have the games were so quick. You know, you could either run in and get caught with a bad swing, or you could actually just take your time and pick people apart. It was great, but it was never that From Software style of, you know. It was so difficult to get into. You could either have a versus match and it'd last 2 seconds, or it could last 20 minutes, depending on how you were actually playing each other, if you're too defensive. So
sounds like Barbarian 2 to me. Do you remember that?
No,
so you could do like, it was like this fighting game. It had Maria Whittaker and her boobs on the front cover, so people bought it. And it was like a one-on-one fighting game. But you had this move where you sort of twirled around and brought your sword around, and if you hit them with it, you just cut their head off and won.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was actually doing the move though, which probably didn't help.
Didn't sound like it. You're safe.
No one could see, so at least I
love it when you cut out. It's just beautiful. It's just so much silence and peace.
It's your shitty recording software.
No, it's not. We're doing it through Discord, and Discord's not exactly great.
Well, there you go.
But anyway, that was the Steam Awards. I hope you guys enjoyed that rehash of. It was so much better the first time we did it, I have to say. So much better.
Well, you couldn't remember some of the entries, that helped.
Yeah, I kind of remember them, well, apart from one. But yeah, so I'd love to hear from you guys down in the comments if you're still listening after 20 odd minutes. What was your highlight of 2019 and what you're looking forward to in 2020? Because I think that's important, certainly for us to think about when we're doing our next review, and you know what we're going to be doing as games come out in the year. And this period of year is very, very sketchy at best for new releases because no one's got any money. So it's going to be an interesting year, but maybe not in January, February.
Speak for yourself, pal. Epic keep giving me £10 coupons.
Well, you're doing lots of reviews then, I think. So
well, I picked up, like I said on our previous podcast, like the one that didn't make it to air. So I went. Epic have been doing great because like I can't stop buying things because they keep giving me vouchers. So I went and got a 3 game. They gave me a £10 voucher. I picked up Breakpoint, which was in a sale for like 20 quid, and that took it down to like a tenner. And then I used for Control, which was also in sale, and I paid like 20 quid for that with the voucher. And then I paid like £6 for Heavy Rain with the voucher, and now I got another voucher, and I'm like, oh. Don't want to buy anything else. Please stop. Stop me, someone. I can't stop.
yeah, I've heard that a lot about you.
Yeah.
But I think Epic is it's definitely going to be doing its thing in 2020. It'd be interesting to see what they do going forwards, because I don't know how long they can keep it up. I mean, they must be
Well,
making shit tons of money from Fortnite.
yeah. I mean, but it comes down to buying exclusively rights to games makes me hate you. Giving me £10 coupons makes me love you. Just do the latter. That's what I'm going to say about that.
Well, the other thing I actually noticed the other day on New Year's Eve, I was watching the Big Fat Quiz with Jimmy Carr and the panel show type thing.
He is a
And
fat head.
they had a special mystery guest on, and it was the kid that won at Fortnite, or that got second place at the Fortnite Championship.
All right.
And I was like, that's so cool to have something like that as a bit on, because they had Dara Breen on there, and he's obviously a massive gamer. He loves his games. And
Well,
so
he's fat and bald. I hear we're all like that.
but he was like, wait a minute, I know you. I know who you are. It's like this revelation in his head.
Did he squee? Did he have a fanboy moment?
He did a little bit, yeah. He just told him how impressed he was.
You're really good at that game that children play, you are. Well done, child.
Yeah, but don't mock him too much. He won 1.3 million.
He ain't giving me none of it, so I'll mock him as much as
Fair enough. But yeah, so that's kind of like 2019 in a nutshell of Steam games. But I think, what's your highlight of 2019 in games, mate?
Oh, it's a tricky one. Don't know. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Mine was Warframe.
Really not. Yours is always Warframe. Yours is Warframe for the past 2-3 years.
But I knew about 2.
Yeah. You check when the thing I'm thinking of came out.
Well, I think for me, like 2019's just been a funny old year for games, because we had a quick discussion, a lengthy discussion before, about what 2019 has kind of meant for gaming. And one of the things that struck me was the amount of games that it seemed to be a year of opulence from game developers and publishers, where a lot of people were getting fucked off with loot boxes and microtransactions and stuff. And obviously from the awards that you were talking about, Fallen Order, how that should get some praise for not doing microtransactions. Like, no. They're doing the right thing is something that should be done in the first place. So it shouldn't be categorized as a fucking achievement. But I think 2019 saw a lot of that happening in games, and Fallout 76 being Fallout 76, that was probably a highlight.
It's like every other day something else fucks up. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. People losing their stuff, people getting their stuff stolen. The £100 season pass,
and they had a free weekend, which no one fucking, because you normally when there's a free weekend on a game, you're on Steam and it's like free weekend. You're like,
yeah.
And because it's on the stupid Bethesda launcher, which no one has installed, because it's only Fallout 76 on there that I'm aware of. What you're not getting any information. Except no one's going to fucking do it, except for the cheaters that were basically stealing things on free accounts and then just making another 3 account when they got banned for cheating.
Yeah, you couldn't even write it, but the thing is, it just works.
Yeah, that's what Todd says, but he's a lying little squeaker, so
yeah. So anyway, I think in general terms, I think 2020 is going to be fun. Got things to look forward to. But
I think what sort of killed off 2019 is like when they announced that Cyberpunk was coming out in 2020.
Yeah, that's kind of a biggie.
Everybody was like, "Oh, well, fuck games for the rest of this year." Then,
yeah, it's probably going to be the highlight of 2020, unless something else amazing happens. But who knows? We're both getting old, so we already want that to happen and get Cyberpunk out there and play it, especially as I've bought the special edition.
Yeah, and I shall be refreshing my PC hopefully in time for it as well. Play bells and whistles going. Yes.
And you won't notice any difference.
I'm also looking at Man Eater. That looks interesting because it's like a killer shark game, but you play as the shark. And I thought it was going to be this thing like Depth. It's not. It's single player. So I'm like, oh, interesting.
It's so funny how you hated sharks and now you're looking for shark games all the time.
I'm not looking for shark games all the time. I'm just saying, like, scary the shark.
All I got then was Gary the Shark.
Gary the Shark. Come on, mate, Gary the Shark. You want to borrow money off him, son. It's face with bat.
I sure hope this is just me listening in and hearing the cutouts because it's awful.
Well, yes, perhaps we should not do it through Discord next time.
Well, yeah, as opposed to something else. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in to our beautiful podcast. We're going to cut it short there. A beautiful half hour of loveliness of our second video of the year.
Yes, he actually means an hour and a half.
Well, you're laughing now, but we don't know if this is actually recorded yet.
Well, if it's not recorded, fuck them. We'll just put a picture of us smiling cheekily up tomorrow, Saturday. Yeah, that's tomorrow. Fucking hell.
Yeah. So guys, thank you for listening. We do have videos out every Wednesday and Saturday, so check back then for some awesome content. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and if you do happen to subscribe, don't forget to ring the bell because then you will receive notifications on all your mobile devices, smart devices, any devices, probably, I don't know, door frames by now. They're probably smart by now.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in and we'll catch you next time.
Take it easy, guys.
Okay, bye.